Okay, hello. To start off, postsynaptic neurons grasp neurotransmitters from presynaptic neurons. And the two radio potentials I'm going to be discussing are EPSP and IPSP. EPSP stands for excitatory postsynaptic potential, and this is bringing the neuron closer to threshold, and IPSP is inhibitory postsynaptic potential, which is bringing the neuron further away from threshold. In IPSP, you can see a temporary hyperpolarization because of negatively charged ions. And the ions you can expect to see in EPSP are positive, such as sodium, and in IPSP, mainly negative, like chloride, but you can also expect to see some potassium, which is positively charged. Where you can see EPSP and IPSP happening is in the postsynaptic membrane, or dendrites. And the reason you don't find EPSP or IPSP in the axon is because the actual action potential initiates in the axon. And yeah. Next, summation. Summation is what happens, or rather what the effect is of several electrical impulses adding together to reach threshold. So the two types that I'm going to be talking about are temporal and spatial, and temporal and spatial is referring to time. So for temporal, there's two excitatory stimuli which are close enough in time that EPSP occurs, and this adding together causes the neuron to reach threshold and then exceed threshold. And for spatial, this is when two or more excitatory stimuli in different locations are occurring simultaneously, but is having the same effect of causing the neuron to reach threshold and then exceed threshold. Alright, and more on summation. For these two, the blue ones right here, you can see temporal summation happening because they are close enough in time. And for spatial summation, you can see the two red ones here because they're in two different locations, but they're occurring simultaneously. And then for EPSP and IPSP, you can see for this blue part climbing up here, and also this blue part climbing up here to threshold, that's EPSP because it reaches threshold and then it exceeds threshold. And then for IPSP is this green part going under threshold here because this is the hyperpolarization caused by negatively charged ions.